the next award, Voice&Data Telecom Person of the Year. And the award has been given to Mr. K. Rajaraman, Chairman, International Financial Services Center Authority, a bureaucrat par excellence. Mr. Rajaraman's visionary leadership has been instrumental in driving domestic telecom equipment manufacturing and streamlining decision-making processes within the DOT. He played a crucial role in formulating the Indian Telegraph Rules 2022, addressing significantly safety concerns surrounding existing telecom infrastructure. His astute stewardship in newer technologies positioned India as a frontrunner in shaping 6G standards, laying the groundwork for a comprehensive 6G roadmap. His proactive efforts resulted in the setting up of a single window clearance platform for all satellite-related works, opening new avenues for connectivity and fostering technological innovation. His strategic foresight and unwavering dedication have not only propelled India's telecommunications sector to new heights, but have also established him as a paragon of excellence and innovation in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice&Data Telecom Person of the Year, Mr. K. Rajaraman, and he will be joining us virtually live on a video setup, and he wants to say a few words. I think they're just playing. He's joining us. It's live. He can see all of you. The camera is set up there. Oh, okay. So may I first sure, sir. May I first invite Mr. Bipin Kumar Karm from Mr. Rajaraman's office to receive the award on his behalf.
Chairman of CMG, Mr. Shubhendu, and all the distinguished panelists and invitees to the function. So I would like to first of all congratulate DNB and Cyber Media Forum for having organized such a leadership forum regularly for the last several years. This is the 23rd in its series. And you have chosen a very important topic, envisioning the connected future, which I think is very, very important from a perspective of a country like India. So I, first of all, would like to thank Cyber Media Forum for having selected me for the award, which really should go out to the Department of Telecom and its team of competent officers, and from various divisions within the DOT, as well as from various organizations connected with DOT, including CDOT, BSNL, and many other organizations. So I would like to thank you once again. Now, India is at a turning point, as many of us know. I think it's crossed 75 years of its democratic existence, and the last 25 years have been very eventful from very different perspectives. First of all, I think in the last 25 years, starting from 1999 onwards, I think a lot of significant shifts have happened in the form of participation of the private sector in the telecom sector. So the private sector participation has actually completely transformed the way in which I think the business and services are run in this sector. Introduction of the USOF also played a very important role in kickstarting the process of ensuring inclusivity in the process of provision of telecom services. While all these reforms continued, in the last 10 years, I think several very deep reforms have taken place, including the 2018 Digital Communications Policy, which laid out a number of ideas and thought processes which completely have resulted in significant introduction of technology in this sector. Similarly, I think the Telecom Act of 2024 also has brought in very important shifts in the way I think resources like spectrum is allocated, and also lays the basis of innovation and modernity in the entire legislative framework. The government has also done significant work in the ways in which in ease of doing business, especially in areas like right of way, which is very crucial for fixed line connectivity. 4G saturation and the 5G launch has also been very great landmarks in the last several years. I think as we go forward, I think the focus should be on raising the quality of service to the best in the world. The introduction of the production-linked incentive schemes, the Telecom Technology Development Fund, the transformation of CDOT as an organization from being just a standalone research organization to a collaborative research platform through its CCRP program, etc., have also been significant shifts in the way I think the government has intervened in the manufacturing and the design elements of the ecosystem. We also have played a very important role in developing the 4G stack and the 5G stack. The government and the private sector together have actually played a very important role in this, and we expect as the over the next several years, a lot of this technology will probably find a way into the global markets as well. The launch of the 6G mission has also been a very important step forward, and I'm very happy to see that the Bharat 6G mission and the alliance has taken the baton forward and has actually launched a number of initiatives, set up working groups, and also entered into alliances with similar groups across the world. And I'm hopeful that probably this will result in significant technology fallouts for India as well. While we have done all these things, I think the most significant achievement of all, or outcomes of all, have been the lowest cost of bandwidth that obtains in India. The mobile, in terms of the cost of mobile bandwidth in India, we stand 7th in the world, I think, which is very, very significant. Similarly, thanks to the 5G launch and the pervasiveness of 5G across the country, with nearly about 450,000 plus base stations live across the country, we have now reached the rank of about 18th across the world in mobile download speeds, which I think is a very creditable step forward for the country, I think. Now, as while we have done a lot of very good things in the last 25 years, I think the next 25 years actually is the most significant for us as far as in several ways. I think the first one is obviously in terms of the India's presence in the technological landscape. So the launch of the 6G mission is very, very significant, but I think a lot of work has to be done in ensuring that I think the R&D ecosystem in the country steps forward, both from the private and the public sector, to actually make its presence felt through 6G patents. Though we have made a beginning with a few hundred patents to our credit, but I guess we have a long way to go in terms of ensuring that I think this effort is actually deepened, and also a lot of networking happens within the country. Similarly, I think we have a great opportunity in the form of the semiconductor fabrication within the country, with the foundation stone being laid for new semiconductor fabs by several industrial houses. Now, I think there is a great opportunity for India to fabricate its own telecom chips within the country. So I think the fabulous design ecosystem in the country, along with the telecom private sector, should actually work together to launch India-designed chipsets. And I think, though, of course, companies like Signal Chip have actually launched its own chipsets, I think fabrication of those within the country and making it available at affordable cost to the product manufacturers is going to be the way forward. Similarly, I think I would also like to feel that I also feel that a number of reforms are also required to actually support the ecosystem as we go forward. The launch of a sovereign patent fund, I think, is a very important innovation that is required going forward to enable the Indian industry to actually access some of the patents which still continue to be available from the rest of the world. Similarly, I think it's very important to make available affordable capital, I think, in the form of cost-effective financing by various organizations, banking and financial institutions. And the International Financial Services Center will be a very important tool in making available attractive finances, forex financing, especially dollar financing, for companies which want to build global scale products out of India. Similarly, I think the one very important aspect is the connectivity between various dots that obtain in the R&D landscape in India. So I only hope that we take a leaf out of the Gati Shakti initiative in the infrastructure sector to actually put in place a framework which connects all the various dots in the R&D landscape, be it in the private sector or in the public sector, and weave them together into a powerful coalition or a consortium which can deliver global scale products. So perhaps there is a case for an Anusandhan Gati Shakti in the near future. I would also entreat the private sector to also enter into domestic consortia and partnerships. I see a lot of consortia which have emerged in the last few years, but I think we need to do more than that by forging alliances which actually bring out very economically viable projects and products from India for the rest of the world. Similarly, I think the private sector should invest in R&D significantly, tap into the National Research Foundation, NRF, which has now been launched through a Act of Parliament, and also the missions such as the AI mission, the quantum mission, and TTDF, etc. So I guess it is very exciting days. I think over the next couple of years, and also I think over the next 25 years, when India will really make its presence felt in the technology landscape of the world. So with these few words, I once again thank the Cyber Media Forum and Data and Voice for having given me this award, which I think truly belongs to the Department of Telecom and its partners. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.